Do you remember when there were rumors circulating that Kim Porter had video footage involving Diddy and Usher? There were even reports that Usher ended up in the hospital, allegedly due to Diddy. Well, it seems the feds might have uncovered something related to this, possibly one of the key pieces of evidence they have against Diddy.
Stevie J, the Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. I know, and people know, that was around in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital.
As many of you might recall, there have long been allegations that Diddy gave Usher an STD. Supposedly, this was one of the details that Kim Porter intended to include in her book, which mysteriously vanished shortly before her death. The book reportedly contained detailed accounts of Diddy's involvement in BDSM, his encounters with various men, and how Usher's mother confronted Diddy after discovering that he allegedly passed an STD to her son. While going through security footage from Uptown Records, suspicious that Diddy might have been unfaithful, Kim allegedly stumbled upon footage of Diddy and Andre Harrell in a compromising situation. According to reports, this was unexpected for Kim, but she held on to the footage. Additionally, it's rumored that she had recordings of Diddy allegedly exploiting Usher. However, these tapes went missing when someone broke into Kim's home just before her death, stealing only her laptops. Suspicious, right? As for the STD allegations, remember when a woman named Quantasia Sharpton, along with a Jane Doe and John Doe, sued Usher, accusing him of putting their health at risk by failing to disclose his alleged herpes diagnosis? One of the women claimed she had slept with Usher multiple times and that her twins were stillborn after contracting the STD from him. Allegedly, this same STD is what Usher had reportedly contracted from Diddy. We've been hearing whispers about this situation involving Usher and Diddy for years, but maybe now someone will actually take notice. To understand the full picture, let's go back to the beginning. When Usher was first signed to LaFace Records as a young teen, he was sent to Diddy for mentorship. At just 14 years old, Usher moved to New York to stay with Diddy, and Usher has since admitted that the things he witnessed during his time with Diddy at what he called Flavor Camp were far too inappropriate for a boy his age.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Usher's mother admitted she didn't know much about Diddy at the time when Usher was first signed, but she trusted him as a mentor. Usher moved in with Diddy because, as he hit puberty, he lost his voice, and the record labels were ready to drop him. Diddy stepped in, saying he would take care of Usher, and his mother had to trust him. Looking back, Usher has stated that as a father now, he would never allow his son to experience what he did at Diddy's Flavor Camp.
And your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige, they didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And what kind, do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. You know, I had like, you know,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
During an interview with Essence magazine, Usher was asked about his experience at Diddy's infamous Flavor Camp, and his response hinted that something significant had occurred. While he was open and relaxed when discussing other topics, such as future movie projects, a new album, and various business ventures, his demeanor shifted when the conversation turned to his time living with Diddy. Usher became notably reserved and said, "I want to save some things for my book." one day I'll share more. Let's just say, there was a lot of activity. It's been a long wait for this book, and considering how much time has passed, whatever he plans to reveal must be explosive. Looking at Diddy's past interactions with Usher, it's easy to see what he might be referring to. There was that one instance where Diddy casually told Kevin Hart about waking up next to Usher, which caught a lot of people off guard. Usher's facial expression alone spoke volumes.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the
Then, there was another time Diddy was showering Usher with compliments, in a way that felt less than platonic, while talking about Usher eating cereal in his kitchen.
Yeah, I was so mesmerized, I don't even know what you're talking about. I was just so blown away by the stamina, the connection, being able to be connected, that on so much. You have like so much, motherfuckers ain't doing all this shit. All those dance numbers and all that. Take your time with it. Breathe it in. Yeah, they yours when you go see this for you. These ain't for nobody else but you. You take your time, boy. I see you. Like, doing Vegas. You in the kitchen. Eating all my cereal. Man, you doing Vegas in a pink suit. God is the greatest, won't he?
Usher's name has also come up indirectly in legal matters, such as in the lawsuit filed by music producer Lil Rod against Diddy. Although Usher wasn't explicitly named, the lawsuit describes how Diddy mentored Cuba Gooding Jr., showing him the ropes with the intent of passing him off to others. Lil Rod alleged that during a yacht trip in January 2023, Cuba forced himself on him, and Diddy used his admiration for Stevie J to downplay his own closeted behavior. Rod also claimed that Diddy showed him footage of Stevie J with another man and mentioned having slept with two other unnamed celebrities. These individuals were described in court documents as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, widely believed to be Meek Mill, and another who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency, suggesting Usher. In another shocking lawsuit, Dawn Richards' case against Diddy mentions Usher once again. According to the suit, Usher, Ne-Yo, and music executive Jimmy Iovine allegedly witnessed Diddy punch Cassie during a public altercation. The incident took place during a dinner in West Hollywood, and it's said that in the midst of an argument, Diddy whispered angrily at Cassie before punching her in the stomach. The lawsuit claims that Cassie was visibly in pain and had to be escorted out, while Diddy remained at the dinner, socializing with his guests. This shows that Usher didn't just experience trauma during his time with Diddy, he also witnessed others suffering at his hands. Now, rumors are circulating that federal investigators are looking closely into Usher's connection to Diddy, with reports suggesting that even Usher's mother is cooperating. She allegedly wants to clear up certain events, including claims that Diddy is responsible for Usher's hospitalization. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has also spoken out about this, puzzled by Usher's loyalty to Diddy despite what allegedly happened to him.
Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know.
It's said that some of the things Diddy had Usher doing influenced his behavior later in life. There have even been stories over the years about Usher frequenting gay clubs after Broadway shows, further fueling speculation about the impact of his time with Diddy. According to a source who was present, the night in question started in Usher's dressing room, where everyone was drinking champagne. Someone then suggested they go out to a club. The source claims the group ended up at a popular gay nightclub, explaining, "We weren't specifically looking for a gay club, it just happened. Most of us were gay, so we went to a place we knew." Allegedly, the night quickly escalated, with the source describing half-naked men everywhere and noting that Usher didn't seem to mind. The source went on to say that Usher struck up a conversation with an older man, adding, "Usher was all up in this guy's face." At first, I thought they were about to kiss. I couldn't believe it, but then I realized this is Chelsea Anything Goes. About 20 minutes into their stay, a crowd began to form around Usher, and the group decided it was time to leave. We had a lot of fun, the source said. When asked if Usher enjoyed himself, the source confidently replied, "I know he did." There have also been allegations that because of what Diddy did to Usher, similar things may have happened with Justin Bieber when Diddy began mentoring him. This could explain why Usher has remained largely silent. He might be worried that if details about his experiences with Diddy come to light, they could implicate him as well. When Usher was previously sued for allegedly transmitting an STD, those lawsuits were quietly settled, with reports suggesting he paid up to $1 million to make them go away. If the truth about his history with Diddy surfaces, it could unearth his own controversies, something he may not want to face. However, it might be too late for Usher to remain quiet. Rumors suggest the feds have gathered substantial evidence, including details of Usher's hospitalization as a result of his interactions with Diddy. Perhaps this investigation will finally lead Usher to open up about what truly happened, but until then, we can only speculate. Share your thoughts on the Usher and Diddy situation in the comments below.